Hello friends, welcome back to Complete Medical Coding, a complete CPC learning channel. Today, let's discuss few more topics about the human body structures. Anatomy, Part 8. Let's begin with the nervous system. Nervous system consists of two parts, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. Brain controls how we think, learn, move and feel. Now, there are 7 basic parts of central nervous system. Spinal cord, medulla, pons, cerebellum, midbrain, diencephalon, cerebral hemispheres. And so, these are the 7 basic parts of central nervous system. Spinal cord, it carries messages back and forth between the brain and the nerves that run throughout the body. The nerves of the spinal cord. Then, medulla oblongata. The nerves of medulla, it's the connection between brainstem and spinal cord. Pons, it links brain to the spinal cord. Cerebellum is responsible for muscle control including balance and movement, and it's located at the back of the head. Midbrain, it's the smallest portion of the brainstem and it transmits information for vision and hearing. Diencephalon, it's also called as interbrain, acts as a processing center for sensory information and autonomic control. Then cerebral hemispheres. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain. Okay, so the cerebrum is divided into two hemispheres, left and right hemispheres, and these both hemispheres remain in contact with each other by corpus callosum. Each hemispheres are divided into 4 lobes: occipital lobe, frontal lobe, parietal lobe and temporal lobe. Then what is hypophysis? You can see in the picture hypophysis. Pituitary gland is also called as hypophysis and it is in charge of making several essential hormones. It's responsible for making several essential hormones. Then comes the peripheral nervous system. What are the parts included in peripheral nervous system? You can just look in the picture. Nervous system outside the brain and spinal cord is called as the peripheral nervous system and it includes cranial and spinal nerves. It includes nerves that travel from brain and spinal cord to the rest of the body. There are 12 pairs of cranial nerves and 31 pairs of spinal nerves. Approximately 86 billion neurons are present in the human brain. It's just for your understanding. Now, peripheral nervous system is divided into 2 main parts: autonomic nervous system and somatic nervous system. You need to learn the abbreviations also. Peripheral nervous system, it can also be called as PNS. Apart from paranasal sinuses, PNS, under nervous system, peripheral nervous system, central nervous system CNS, autonomic nervous system ANS, somatic nervous system SNS. So, autonomic nervous system controls involuntary body functions and regulates glands. Somatic nervous system controls muscle movement and relays information from the ears, eyes and skin to central nervous system. Now, which are the nerves in the peripheral nervous system? Brachial plexus, that includes radial nerve, medial nerve and ulnar nerves. Then peroneal nerve, foot drop. You can see in the picture peroneal nerve in the foot path. Foot side you can see common peroneal, deep peroneal, superficial peroneal. All these are peroneal nerves. Femoral nerve, lateral femoral cutaneous nerve, sciatic nerve, spinal accessory nerve and tibial nerve. These are the major nerves of nerves in the peripheral nervous system, which is again subdivided into several nerves that you will get it from the picture. These are the cranial nerves. There are 12 pairs of cranial nerves Olfactory nerve, which is responsible for smell. Optic nerve, responsible for vision. Oculomotor, responsible for eye movement and pupil reflex. Trochlear, also eye movement. Trigeminal, face sensation and chewing. Abducens, eye movement. Facial, face movement and taste. Vestibulocochlear, hearing and balance. Glossopharyngeal nerves, helps in throat sensation, taste and swallowing. Vagus, movement, sensation and abdominal organs. Accessory, neck movement. And hypoglossal, tongue movement. So these are the 12 pairs of cranial nerves. These are pairs, 12 pairs of cranial nerves. So that's all about the nervous system. Let's move on to the next topic. Now let's look into eye anatomy. These are the parts of the eye. Just look into the picture. Sclera. Sclera is the white outer coat of the eye surrounding the iris. Retina. Nerve layer lining the back of the eye. It senses light and creates electrical impulses that are sent through optical nerve to the brain. Choroid. That's important. Choroid is a layer containing blood vessels that lines the back of the eye, and it is located between retina and sclera. Ciliary body. Structure containing muscle and located behind the iris, which focuses the lens. Cornea. Clear front window of the eye which transmits light into the eye. Pupil. Dark center opening in the middle of the iris. It changes size to adjust the amount of size available. Pupil itself changes its size according to the amount of light available. Lens. Focuses light rays onto the retina. It is transparent and can be replaced if necessary. Lens can be replaced if it is necessary. And intraocular lenses, short form is IOL. Intraocular lenses are used to replace lenses clouded by cataracts. Iris. It's a colored part of the eye which helps to regulate the amount of light. When there is bright light, iris closes the pupil to let in less light. And when there is a low light, iris opens up the pupil to let in more light. So that's a function of iris. Macula, area in the retina that contains special light sensitive cells. Deterioration of macula is a common condition in old age. During the old age, macular deterioration is a common condition which is called as ARMD. Age-related macular degeneration. That is important. ARMD. Fovea. Fovea is the center of the macula which provides sharp vision. Optic nerve. A bundle of more than 1 million nerve fibers that carries visual messages from the retina to the brain. Then what is aqueous humor and vitreous humor? These two are important. Vitreous humor is a clear gelatinous substance filling the central cavity of the eye, whereas aqueous humor is a water-like fluid that lies in front of the lens. So that's the eye anatomy. Now let's move on to ear anatomy. These are the parts of the ear. There are three main parts of the ear: outer ear, middle ear and inner ear. Outer ear consists of three parts: pinna, ear canal and eardrum. Pinna is the part where we see on both sides of the heads. Ear canal, then eardrum, also called as tympanic membrane. Middle ear consists of three small bones. This is important. Three small bones, also called as ossicles. Three ossicles. Middle ear consists of three ossicles: malleus, incus and stapes. Malleus is the largest of three bones. Malleus is also called as the hammer. Another name for malleus is the hammer. It is the largest of three bones and it helps in transmit vibrations from the eardrum to inner ear. Incus, also called as the anvil. Incus or the anvil. It is the middle of three ossicles and it acts to transmit sound. Stapes, another name is the stirrup. It is the smallest bone among the three ossicles that transmits vibrations from incus to inner ear. Then comes the inner ear, which has three main parts: cochlea, semicircular canals, and vestibule. Cochlea is the coiled structure. You can just look in the picture. The coiled part is the cochlea, which is the innermost part of the ear. Coiled innermost part, and it contains nerves for hearing. Semicircular canals contains receptors for balance. Vestibule also contains receptors for balance. So cochlea helps in hearing. Semicircular canals and vestibule both contains receptors for ear balance. Now, which are the common inner ear problems? These are also important. The common inner ear problems. BPPV. What is BPPV short form? Benign paroxysmal positional vertigo. This is a disease that occurs above 65 years old. Vertigo or dizziness that occurs above 65 years old. Labyrinthitis means inflammation of inner ear. It's called as labyrinthitis. Meniere's balance disorder is called as Meniere's ear balance disorder. Then secondary endolymphatic hydrops affects fluid levels in inner ear, resulting in episodic vertigo and hear loss. Episodic vertigo and hear loss. That is secondary endolymphatic hydrops. Then perilymph fistula, tear or defect in the membrane. If there is a tear or defect in the tympanic membrane, which can separate inner ear and middle ear. That condition is called as perilymph fistula. Now comes the endocrine system, which are the major glands. Endocrine system is a complex network of glands and organs. Hypothalamus, just look in the picture. Hypothalamus, it is a small area in the center of the brain. It helps to produce hormones that regulates heart rate, body temperature, hunger, and sleep-wake cycle. And this hypothalamus works along with pituitary gland. Hypothalamus works in conjunction with pituitary gland. Now, pituitary gland, it's a major endocrine gland, and it is attached to the base of the brain and helps in controlling growth and development and functioning of other endocrine glands. Pineal gland. Pineal gland is commonly called as third eye. It receives information about light-dark cycle from the environment and secretion of melatonin. What is melatonin? It's a hormone that brain produces in response to darkness. During darkness, brain produces a hormone is called as melatonin. Then thymus gland, small organ lies in the upper chest. It makes white blood cells called lymphocytes, which protects the body against infections. Then comes the thyroid and parathyroid gland. Thyroid gland uses iodine from food to make two thyroid hormones that regulates the way the body uses energy, whereas parathyroid gland produces parathyroid hormone that controls the amount of calcium in the blood. So thyroid gland uses iodine to regulate the energy. Parathyroid gland controls amount of calcium in the blood. Adrenal glands produce hormones that helps in metabolism, immune system, and blood pressure. Pancreas produce pancreatic enzymes that break down sugars, fats, and starches. Now, placenta, it's developed during pregnancy and it provides oxygen and nutrients to the developing baby. So, that's all about the endocrine system. So, friends, that's all about the human body structures. I hope you're understanding the video. If you have any doubts or clarifications, please mention it in the comment box. And please support me. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to my channel. See you in the next episode. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much. Bye.